Hey everybody, welcome back to Watch for Falling Meteors episode session, whatever. It's the 25th one. Um, we're
Sounds
gonna
good.
get things going tonight as they are at the village of Mantru. Neil, go ahead and give us a summary of what happened last session.
Yeah, so when we started the game off, we were fighting the ferocious thunder lizard, which we handily uh, beat the hell out of, Rocky Four style. And after that, we sort of followed that river inland and discovered a volcano caldera, which we completely circumnavigated under the vain attempt that there would be some passage through it other than climbing over it like idiots. But that proved to be not fruitful, and we were tracked by raptor packs the whole way. So we started climbing up the caldera wall and made some really stupendous rolls, which allowed the raptors to catch up to us. We proceeded to ventilate the raptors and hopped over the wall and scaled down into the caldera, where we saw some sort of old temple on an island and a village with some little huts and catamarans and such. And Nace, through the use of single word vocabulary, talked us into the village. Uh, at which point, we are talking to, I guess, Thano, the talking chief.
That's right.
And that's kind of where we stopped.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share the village of Mantru map just in case you don't have it up. There you go. So, um, there are just a quick rundown of the village. Each square here is about 10 feet. The village is probably from shoreline to the walls is a little over 100 feet. It's also about 100, 150 feet north to south. There are 5 large grass longhouses here. They're all up on stilts. You can tell from the sand that the tide doesn't usually get that high, but it probably could from time to time. But they're all stilted 3 feet off the ground with little steps leading up into them. From the size of the houses, you would from the people pouring out of them, it looks like these Pacific Islander looking tribesmen probably have like each family lives in a house, like extended family. So starting with like the elders, and then all of their progeny down from there. There's also 2 other huts that are out on stilts in the shallow water. One larger hut on the south side, and then a smaller one up from the north. The decoration on the larger one would suggest that possibly that is the chieftain's hut. It has totems and lots of bones and skins and what almost look like trophies. There are a couple catamarans up on the shore, as well as one at each of the huts. And then you can also see a simple fish pen, like a hatchery that they have where they can put their catch so they don't have to necessarily kill it and dry it, etc. right away. So they kind of have their own little fish pond for when stocks are low or when they have an unsuccessful trip fishing. Nice. So, Fano, the talking chief, he speaks very choppy, broken Thaatian, but he is passable enough that he can convey what he's trying to say. It's definitely easier to talk to him through comprehend languages. So, Fano, the talking chief, asked how or what brings you to the village of Mantru.
We had visions from the gods, sending us to this area of the island.
He turns and says something to the kind of hobbled old man who's got the knobbed walking stick, and he says something to him. Brian, how long does comprehend languages last?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. He basically turns to him, and we'll just cover the gist of what he says. He relays what Gamelon said, and the guy babbles very quickly, and demands that Fano ask which gods. So Fano turns back and he says, "Which god?"
Ixion.
He looks to Thing, and the old man shakes his head, kind of shrugs his shoulders like, "I have
The
no
Lord
idea
of
who he's
Life
talking
and
about."
Justice.
Doesn't know that one. And then the shaman points and he says something, and you can see he's pointing right at Gamelon. And then Fano says, "You turtle people,
Aye.
you call turtle god Ixion."
He is one god, yes.
"Yes, of 5.
The hawk, where are all the other ones at the village?
Fox, tiger,
Yeah. The
turtle."
hawk, the fox, the tiger, the turtle, and yeah.
There wasn't another one. There wasn't a
No.
fifth.
It was an elk. Turtle
There were
hawk,
only
That's
tiger,
an
4
elk.
at that village.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 4 at the village, though. There was not a fifth.
Oh. I only know my god. I'm sure there are many.
No. 5. Turtle, Ixion.
Helk.
So
Okay, yes.
we know of the turtle, the hawk, the tiger, the elk. What is the fifth?
The whole tribe hisses as one. They pick up the chief doing it, and then all of them, just 100 tribesmen, hiss at the same time.
They
These
don't like that
Manchus
one,
are
apparently.
hysterical. Yeah,
Snake.
must be a snake.
That's not it.
Cat?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Hiss
should
the
say,
cat.
like, that's actually a good conclusion, Brian. More like hiss, like, about to spit because of the revulsion of the thought of naming the fifth god.
You
But
know,
not snake.
Voldemort.
Okay.
He who shall not be named.
Yes.
He should be the god of our party.
He goes like this in front of his mouth.
We seek a pearl, a great gray pearl.
They look to each other. They point to an island that's jutting up out of the lake. It's over a mile away, but you can see it's just a cliff face jutting up out of the water that you saw the ruins on. He points there. Taboo Island.
I suspected as much.
Home of... And he waves his fingers in front of his face again. Renegade
Right.
tribe.
It's gonna be like an Ithalid or something. That would be DM par,
Too much Baldur's Gate 3.
probably.
Renegade tribe. Take
Renegade tribe,
many
yes.
Mentru. You help?
We are here to purge that island.
Then we feast.
Good. Hey, we can.
Yeah!
Montrue.
Okay. Fano turns. He shouts some orders. Brian, he's telling everyone to make a feast. You catch some cracks from some of the guys going to prepare the feast, and they're like, "I hope they like fish."
Oh, Weedle's all into that.
But you don't understand them. Only
Fish
Brian.
is good.
Yeah, only Brian understands what one of them says. But as they're running
Weedle's
off,
pretty sure any
I'll
feast
just
here
let
is
Weedle
going to-
know, hey, it's going to be fish.
Yeah,
He'll be excited.
pretty
Fano-
sure any food here is going to be
Fano
with
is like,
fish.
"We will prepare a great feast. Everything that we have, all of our best food." And then as they're leaving, they're like, "I hope they like fish because we have fish." So, all right. So there is a large campfire in the center of kind of. Yeah, go ahead.
We will contribute several loads of raptor meat.
Oh, okay. Actually, they are thrilled with that. So, yeah, your reactions with this village are very good at this point. They haven't had like red meat in a long time. From what you learn of the Vantru, they mostly stay inside their walls and on the lake, and they don't even venture out far in the lake because they say the lake is very dangerous. But they cannot leave these lands because they're sacred to their ancestors. Most of the villagers here, there's over 100 of them. Most of the villagers, roughly 20 in each hut, most of them lived here their entire lives, and many of the women have never left the walls. Like, they've just been in this little 300-foot area.
They're all inbred then, huh?
There are a lot
How
of them. I think 300 you can do pretty well. I don't know what the
is
minimum...
it safe enough to walk across the lake?
Are you asking them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are baffled by the concept. They're just... initially, because you can still understand what they're saying, amongst themselves, they're like, that one's loco. And then one of the others like, I think he's serious. And then finally one goes, you can't walk on water.
Give me about 10 minutes.
Brian, just tell me.
What?
Just tell me what they're saying.
No. I'm going to say give me 10 minutes and let me borrow one of you and you'll walk on the water.
Oh, you're going to enchant one of them.
Well, I'm going to enchant plenty of people. Whoever, like a few people who want to walk on the water, sure. Like if the chieftain wants to go on the water, he can go on the water.
Are you going to explain what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, because otherwise you will not get a willing participant. Once you explain
I'm going to
what
tell
you're
him.
doing,
I'm going to let him walk on the water.
Fano looks around and he steps up like, okay, do me.
All right. 10 minutes.
Okay. So you complete the ritual. He very hesitantly steps out. His foot splashes in the water, and then he kind of slowly puts weight on it, and then he gets really off balance as he realizes he's not going to sink. And then he puts the other foot in, and he's standing. And then pretty soon, he's like cheering and screaming and running circles around just along the shoreline, just up and down the shore. He does it for about a minute. He slides a few times, watches the water splash away like an ice skater, and then he gets kind of nervous to try and walk out to the hut.
I'll do it. You want to go out there? Let's go.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He thinks this is great. He runs all the way out all the way out to his hut and back. Comes back to the shore. He's just blown away.
You'll be able to do this for one day.
He's struggling with the word day, and then he's like, "Oh, one son."
Yes, one son.
Yes. Haha, you great magic.
I think it's one son. Maybe it's 8 hours.
Let's hope he's not too far out.
Wait, I gotta look that up, actually.
His left arm is completely lame, so you're not sure if he can swim or not.
Oh, right. I was going to fix that.
Oh, no. 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Okay, so you're telling 1 hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 hour.
Then he looks and he goes, he holds his thumb up to the sun, and he goes, he holds up 4 fingers and goes, 4 finger. Yeah. Okay.
About.
That's about right. It's about 4 fingers is an hour.
I'm a farmer. I figure I probably know that.
Yo, yeah. For you, you're like, well, technically that's 53 minutes. You know. Okay. Yeah. This is amazing. So you're gonna try the greater restoration on his arm.
I would like to try and show him the power of our god, Ixion.
Okay. Right, the turtle god. You try to explain to him several times. He seems dead set on Ixion is your name for the turtle god.
Okay.
He doesn't seem he doesn't seem capable of processing that there can be more than the 5 gods.
All right. Let me give you his blessing then.
All right.
It's a common hang up for people as well.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
While it does purge any impurity of his body, it does not restore his maimed arm.
Okay.
It may even remove some of the pain in his maimed arm, but it's not. It will affect level drains. It will affect ability drains, like the touch of a white.
Right.
It won't restore. Like it's not going to rearrange the bones or the withered muscle.
Yeah. Worth a try anyway.
It does, however, ease pain. He explains that his arm is hurt since he was maimed 20 years ago. That he has always had just a nagging throb in his arm, and he can actually move this limp wing without it hurting now. So he's still blown away, just the fact he took the pain away. Do you need any supplies? They have arrows.
Arrows.
They have dried food.
Could use some arrows.
Yeah, they have dried food or like dried fish. They have dried pineapple. They've got yams in a paste that they wrap up in leaves.
Between Steve and I, we pretty much already got a bunch of dried meat and everything.
Yeah, you guys probably have tons of food, but you guys are free to fill up all your arrows. They're actually pretty decent quality. They are stone arrowheads, but feathered fletchings, and the shafts are true, so they will work. For crossbow bolts, they can make crossbow bolts. They don't have them by default, but they just get sturdier shafts with smaller fletchings on them, and they can make you crossbow bolts. So they'll be happy to make you crossbow bolts today. He's finally offers to have his fletchers get started as soon as you show them one. They're like, yeah, we can make that.
Awesome. Thank you.
They're also blown away by the concept of a crossbow. So just the idea that you can load it and not have to hold the arrow back all the time.
I'm definitely down to show them my awesome crossbow skills.
Okay. You can put on an exhibition for them.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just make 3 attack rolls just to see how well you do.
All right. Oh, shit.
Like you're going to shoot something out of the air? Like I'm going to throw a mango up?
I'll throw a fish up or something for him.
Throw a fish up?
That's right.
What was that?
No. I don't know what happened.
Just double
Try that again.
20. There you go. Oh shit! It wasn't 20. Oh my god!
I don't think it
Holy
matters what the third
crap.
one does.
I'm trying to impress these guys.
Nothing under a 20, but a natural 20. Oh my god! All right, yeah. So Neil like gets ready and throws the fish up, and it goes like the bolt hits it perfectly. And as it's coming, it like falls and it sticks to the ground like the fish up. And he's like through the mouth, and you shoot another bolt through its mouth, and then is that like blows it out and hollows it. You fire another one that goes right through the same spot and doesn't even touch the fish. Like the bolt just comes out the other side. Everybody's just sitting there stupefied. You see,
crossbow.
You see one of the guys standing, who's sitting there watching, and he's got a bow. It looks like he was supposed to be your like he was going to be their best archer, and he's just pale-faced looking at you now.
Clap, good job.
And he looks and he turns to his guy who's holding the fish, and he's like, "I guess I have to throw it up." And he like nods. The guy throws it up, and he whistles it by bad. He's not even close. He misses it by over a foot.
He
So
should.
he throws up. The arrow just goes off. The whole tribe, like 20 of them around watching, just start laughing. Just laughing their asses off. And they're pointing at him. They're holding their hands over their eyes like, you're blind. So, yeah, they give him a lot of crap. He definitely reddens, and he kind of stomps off. Not like to hide, but like he just kind of stomps over to the side. He looks to you and Stefan, and he walks up slowly, and he slugs you. Not like hard, trying to resist if you want. He just like punches you in the shoulder.
I'm going to show him my crossbow, and attempt to show him how it works. You know, I understand he doesn't understand what I'm saying, but
Okay,
my
he's
vibe
following
is
what you're doing.
I'm about to show him my crossbow.
Okay,
And maybe offer it to him if he wants to. I'm thinking he wants to shoot it, maybe.
Okay,
I'm
like
not
you load
giving
it
to him.
You show him how it loads. You put the bolt in, and he's looking eagerly, studying. And the moment you motion it towards him, he snatches it. Like, yeah! He takes and he points it at the wall, and then he like jiggles a little bit. His finger is not on the trigger. He does not understand how it activates.
I'm gonna attempt to.
He starts to reach up to stick his finger up on the catch.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab his hands.
Okay.
Like
you stop him. He's like,
I'm not gonna be all. Just be like, hold on.
You'll take the tip of his finger
off. Guide him. You know, I'm not gonna get too crazy on him, but just try to show him how to do it.
All right. So you spoon him. You get nice and close. Here, no, pull your stomach in. Breathe. All right. You show him how to shoot it. He shoots it. He's blown away by how fast the bolt comes out of it. Smacks into the up against the wall, like 200 feet away. He's super impressed. He nods and he hands it back to you. Actually, no. He nods and then he reaches down and he pulls a bone dagger out of his belt and he offers it to you.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna give him my other heavy crossbow. That's not the magical one.
I was gonna say I could give him the light crossbow.
I don't use that very much anymore. Yeah, maybe I'll give him the
true.
little
You are
pistol
carrying
guy.
around an extra heavy crossbow.
Or whatever. Give it. Yeah.
So are you going to get a heavy crossbow out of your bag of holding?
Yeah, I think I'll give him my spare.
Oh, God,
well, that's even more awesome because you're like, hold on, you reach in and you pull a heavy crossbow out of the bag of holding. They're all like, oh! There's just like it's like dropping soap in.
Maybe you guys don't know who we are.
It's like dropping soap into a pool of oil. It just the crowd just pulls away like a 20-foot radius around you, and they're looking at you like you're a dark wizard. He falls back about 5 feet, and then sees that it's another crossbow, and then he kind of comes up again, and he's looking like this, trying to see into the bag of holding, which just appears to be a black space when you look in it. And then he takes and offers the bone dagger again.
I'll take the bone dagger.
All right.
And knowing that he doesn't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to say, remember our name. And then I'm going to step back and
remember
disengage.
Your name, you didn't tell him? That's part of the course for this group.
Well, apparently all the best things don't have names. So we're right up there with
all right.
guys.
As you hit in the crossbow, he takes it and he like clutches it and looks around the rest of the tribe like, this is mine. And then he starts to smell it. He's looking. He starts seeing. He pushes on the side to see if it's flexible. He's trying to figure out how it came out of that bag.
I'll give him 10 bolts to go with it, just so he has something to shoot it out of.
All right.
Well, they can make bolts too.
He's got the bolt. Well, now he's definitely got ones to model it after. He's like, oh, and then he looks and he's like, and he's got like a little bone breastplate. It's not really a breastplate, just like an ornamentation of just rib bones that are strung together with leather. And he takes and he works it off. It's like a necklace that hangs over your chest, and he hands it to you.
Nice. Clank.
And he's like, what about it? And Brian, he says, thank you. This is a good trade.
He said it was a good trade.
Of course it was.
You know, for him.
Okay.
All right. So we've done our proselytizing.
Yeah, feast happens. It's tons of dried fish. They do a nice like a honey roast with the raptor meat. Nice. And then they also have it's like candied yams and grilled pineapple. You've definitely had worse food. These guys are making the best of the ingredients they have. They keep offering you food until you guys just can't eat anymore. And just keep heaping food on. You notice some of the younger tribeswomen are eyeing you. Some of them want dances. They've got, besides it's basically a bongo drum, they've also got a weird long tube made out of bamboo that sounds kind of like an oboe. That they're playing away on, and then another guy has sticks that he's hitting it with. It's kind of a catchy, if it's a tribal tune, but it's catchy. And some of the ladies that are dancing for the crowd are trying to pull Nace up to join in, as well as Stefan. The humans, they are openly xenophobic about it.
Steven. No dancing.
No dancing. Okay.
What's Stefan saying?
I'm just whittling on my stick.
Oh, is that what they
Okay.
call it?
There's-
You could have her whittle your stick for
Yeah,
you.
you should probably at least go behind the bushes or something. All right.
I'll probably dance with him, have some fun.
So, Fano, once things settle down, a lot of the tribesmen are starting to retire. Fano and the witch doctor, who has a name, a second, Umlaut.
What?
Yeah,
Is
Umlaut.
he German?
Two dots above a vowel.
He is not. Hey, was he Dutch? I know a guy. His name was Utgrad. But yeah, his name's Umlaut. I don't know what to tell you. All right, this module was written in the 70s. Anyways, there is Umlaut, who is. It does come up that he worships Aloron, the Lord of the Skies, which is the hawk. He's pretty frail and weak. He doesn't move a lot. He's got blankets, even though it's actually quite warm. And Fano gives you a brief history of his people as he knows it. It's a verbal history handed down. Long ago, the ancient ones who rose to the heavens and became the gods, once shepherded his people, and then his people, in their defiance and youth, overthrew them and caused the gods to be angry and leave. They've now since tried to earn their forgiveness, and they struck them down from civilization. So now the tribesmen in Mentru, and they've heard of tribesmen to the south, but those are all deserters. The true believers will never leave the side of the lake, and will be here trying to earn their penance until the gods return. That is what the village of Mentru is. It's basically the pious of the tribes that refuse to leave their sides, refuse to leave the sacred grounds of the gods after they were angered. They now basically spend their lives trying to please the gods so that they'll return. Taboo Island is the place where the gods lived, as well as the tribesmen, and that's why there's buildings there that they can't explain anymore. They don't know how to work stone like that. But it's forbidden to go there without the gods being there, because that's their home. However, a large number of the Manchu tribe, probably half of them, a few generations ago, split off and followed one of their leaders, who said it was time to return, and that the gods wouldn't return until they went there. He went there on his own. His name's been lost to history. But then when he came back, he was marked by the fish, and then convinced probably half the tribesmen and most of the warriors to come with him, and said that one of the gods had already returned. And so he went back. Now, there are legends that there is a great pearl in the temple. However, that's not something that anyone here would know about because it's been generations since anyone has gone to the temple. And it's called Taboo Island in their language. It's forbidden to go there as that is the home of the gods.
Did he say he was marked by the fish?
Yes.
Yes.
Seems fishy.
And after the renegades left, they have returned. They occasionally will raid the village of Mantru.
Do they have gills and appendages starting to grow?
No.
Oh, that's not marked by the fish? I thought there was a connection there to the other story that we heard outside the caldera.
He said,
hominoids
you
turning
said
into...
the renegades that come, are they marked by the fish? No. The legend is this guy several generations ago came back and he was marked by the fish.
Okay. I'm trying
the
to make a
renegade
connection
tribe,
between...
the renegade Mantru who are now living in Taboo Island, they're cannibals and they occasionally try to raid the village of Mantru. However, the village has usually been able to turn them away, especially with Umlaut magic to help protect them. And they have pretty good defenses. There's not like there's a clear approach. If you come by water, you're going to get peppered with arrows. If you try and go over the walls, you're going to be held up long enough that they can fend them away. And they said there's not that many there. Like, they outnumber the renegade tribe.
There'll be even fewer after we get there, probably.
But yeah, their last raid, they did kill several of the Mantru warriors. So, yeah, if you could help, they would be grateful. They don't really have anything else to give you, though.
Well, we need to go there anyway. All we need tonight's a good rest.
And a tiny hut.
Fennel also explains to you, mostly from at some point, one of you refers to him as Chief, and he corrects you that he is the talking chief. The chief lives in the hut. I am the talking chief. Whenever I pass, my son will become the new talking chief, and he will interpret what the chief is saying.
Does the chief speak another language?
I think the chief is dead.
As much as you've done, they'll show you the chief. Fun will be happy to show you to the chief. He goes over and tests the water, sees that his foot sinks, and then he climbs into one of the catamarans and signals for any of you that want to come, and he'll take you over to show you.
If you want to wait 10 minutes, I can let you walk across again.
Yeah, he can't still walk.
It's like 40
if he wants to wait,
different guy.
If he wants to wait 10 minutes, I can set
it's
it
the
up
same
so
guy,
we can walk
like
across.
You guys have feasted. It's been way over an hour. You've been here for several hours. It's like 80 feet to the hut. You guys could just paddle the canoe over there.
Okay.
Or swim.
Or swim, yeah. So
walk.
he takes the catamaran over to the chief hut. Whenever you climb up onto the dock, there's just like a bone and bead curtains hanging in front of the entrance, which he pulls aside as you come in. There is a little wood statue. It's probably about 4 feet tall. It's sitting in on a little dais. It's got candles around it, and it's just a wooden statue of a guy sitting kind of like in a Zen Buddha pose. He's got a big crazy headpiece on, or in the carving, and he's got white circles painted around his eyes, and you can see there's like a line down the abdomen with crosses. It looks like basically painted on abs, and he says, "This is our chief."
Why is he the chief?
He doesn't really have words for it in Thaatian, so he just tells you in his language, which I'll assume you've been keeping comprehend languages going.
Yeah.
Basically, this is a relic of the gods that speaks to us. They left this to protect us, and it guides us and gives us instruction.
So it actually talks to you?
In my dreams.
Interesting.
I must sleep near it, and when I sleep near it, it guides me.
That's really cool.
Well, we still
I
need
became
to
the talking chief when the renegade tribe tried to steal our chief, and I stopped them, but at the cost of my arm.
Oh,
He's
interesting.
deadly serious, by the way.
That was a very noble thing you did.
He kind of gets the, I just did my duty routine.
No elbow thing.
All right. I have nothing else to do tonight, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's prepare for the raid.
So, about the only advice they have for the island, because they never go there, is stay out of the water. There are dangerous fish in it. And the renegade tribe is usually more active at night. Like when they raid, it's always in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Are they good if we set up our magic bubble, our own hut?
I'm sure they won't. I mean, by the time they realize you've done it, it'll be too late. But like you could explain to them, I'm going to make a dome for us to sleep in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to give them a heads up what was going on. So if there's
Sure.
a convenient spot, we can do it there.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I want to
You can do it
confirm
wherever
that
you
it's
want.
a bad idea for one of us to sleep next to the magic thing.
We're not going to sleep in here.
Yeah,
I'd
I think we
confirm
should
it'd
go
be
back to the
forbidden.
shore.
Geez, Steve.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's what shot. Doesn't hurt
We're
to
not
ask,
the
does it?
talking chief. We didn't sacrifice or do our noble duty to
So as
rest
people
near
start
it.
to retire, as basically everyone's retiring for the night, returning to their huts, you can see there are 5 guards at each gate, and as well as 2 guards who walk the fence line, because there's actually like a little set of planks along the inside of the wall, with ladders probably every 50 feet. Not even really a ladder. It's more like a pole that has cross sticks on it. But like you've got to balance yourself well, or it'll twist. Nobody's explained to them to use 2 leaders with the rungs. But as they all kind of go back to that, you see a group of the younger men are helping the witch doctor into the boat, Umlaut, and they take Umlaut back to the smaller hut. Where he actually sits out on the dock there and meditates for a while before finally going in himself. As far as the evening, it passes uneventfully. It's quiet. Occasionally, people come out and stoke fires. Occasionally, people come out and relieve themselves. At one point, you see, like early morning, 4 in the morning, still dark, you see out of 2 of the huts come a crew of, between 15 and 25-year-olds coming out, each carrying very large nets that are all wound up and rolled tightly. And they are heading towards one of the catamarans. It looks like they're going out to fish. They don't go too far out, just a little bit ways past the huts, really. You see them casting nets and reeling them in. And by 6 in the morning, you guys are like the sun's up. It's cresting up. It's light out now. As you're emerging from the hut, you see the young men are coming back in with their catch, and they are starting to unload it into the fish pen. Looks like they caught probably 20 fish of varying sizes.
Decent.
You also notice that they have 2 extremely large fish, probably 3 or 4 feet long, that have like elongated snouts that are just lined with teeth. Their word for it is Veracuda.
Oh, I see.
And
Fighting the fish.
so you see them, and you notice one of them's injured, not bad, but like there's definitely blood on his arm. His arm got cut a little bit, like a hit point, nothing crazy, but he definitely sustained some wounds while they were hauling one of those into the boat. And anyways, they are putting those on spits and take them over to start making breakfast out of the barracuda fish.
Yeah. Well, we probably just need to set off, I guess.
Yep. It's up to you how you want to do it. I mean, you could water walk. They also, you're welcome to use one of their catamarans.
Could we
Let's do the
walk there in
Catholic
an
thing
hour?
and water walk.
It's like a mile, I want to say, on the Central
It lasts
Plateau
an
map.
hour. I'm sure walking
It's
would be
actually a little
faster.
over a mile. It's about a mile and a half to get to the island.
Do the God thing. Do the God thing.
Yeah, that seems more epic.
Yeah, let's water walk this.
Okay.
I mean, if I die, I'm not going to be stranded over there anyway. So,
Right. All right. Okay. So you water walk your way over to the Taboo Island. Over to Taboo Island. The villagers see you off. They're very excited. And as you're walking over to the island itself, you see that there is it's a rocky island. It's dotted with small ruins and statues, broken terraces and stuff that are all over this. It's very steep, probably 80-degree angle, rising up several stories, and then as you get closer, you can't see on top, but you can see there's even when you were a distance away coming down the caldera, there's broken pillars and the walls are crumbling. It doesn't look like anything's standing. As you get closer, though, the west side of the island has a large opening with makeshift wooden docks jutting out from stairs that descend into the water. It seems to be the most obvious entrance, and you can, even from a distance as you're closing, you can see there's a very large cavern cut right into the side of the cliff, and it's carved. Like, this is actually remarkable stonework. You see several ornate pillars, like 4 of them rising up just past the stairs that descend into the water, that rise all the way up to the top of the cavern floor. The cavern floor itself, or cavern ceiling, is 20 to 30 feet up, depending on. It's kind of a big arc. You can see the water of the lake is gently lapping up against the cliff face, which is covered with all kinds of grass and lichen, and then there's just a moss line that's actually sunk down. It looks like it's currently low tide, so there's about 3 feet of moss that's drooping. It looks like it's normally under the water line.
We haven't seen any.
Go ahead.
We haven't seen any people.
Not as of yet. You've seen lots of bones, skeletons stuck on spears or mounted on crosses, hanging. Some of them are hanging from ropes on literally the side of the cliff face. There's bones on the docks that you're coming up to. The docks themselves are mounted to the steps, like you just see them anchored right on the stairs. But the way they're set, they actually float with the tide. And so currently they're kind of sunk down. And you can see the first 3 feet of the stairs are just covered in moss and just, algae. And then after that, it's very crisp, clean stairs going for probably 10 feet up, ascending up into this very large temple in front of you. The temple itself is probably 10, 20, 30, 40. It's probably 80 feet from north to south. And it goes back probably 40 feet into, you see a single dark hole, single dark carved hallway leading into black. You're probably 50 feet from the docks right now.
Carved hallway, huh?
I can give you an idea of what it looks like.
our choices are go into the cavern or, and this is just so I'm clear, go into the cavern or go up the stairs into this temple area?
The stairs lead into the cavern that I'm referring to. The
Okay,
cavern
so
is man-made.
Gotcha.
Right here. This
All right.
whole thingy is the cavern.
Yep, got it. Let's do
So
it.
if we take a seat, we'd be sitting on the dock of the bay.
Sounds like a setup.
Oh, this is totally a setup.
All right, I'm going to stride forth onto the shore. Glowing mace held aloft.
Why has it got to be a setup? You wanted to go to Taboo Island, you're at Taboo Island.
I mean, it's not a setup. We knew what was going to happen when we got here.
Yeah. There be whales.
Revealing a little more of the map there. Just the edge.
I got a bad feeling.
I've got light
I'm
cast
good
on my
too for this
mace.
shit.
I'm holding it up as I.
It'll be fine.
Should be fine.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is I'm just going to drop you guys on the map here.
Long rest.
Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yes, I can long rest you guys. You did have a long rest. Long rest. All right, so we've got Weedall. We've got Stefan. We've got Karnon.
Uh-oh, he didn't put the group token down.
We've got Nace.
Boy.
And we
He
got
masked
Gamelon.
the map.
And then,
This is an encounter.
if you guys will give me a second. Oh, we got to adjust this token.
Look at how huge it is. He's a weed alpaca people.
Oh, you need a new token.
That's what I said. I need to make a new token.
Oh.
Or blot out Busy.
Izzy's doing work for us.
Okay,
He's setting up
so
trading.
it's up to you if you
Love
want to
that
use
guy.
this or if you guys want to move individually. I kind of thought you guys would be moving your tokens individually, so
That's
I'm going
fine.
to put this thing here. You can, if anything, you guys just stay in marching order. So the entrance to the temple is carved directly into the side of this rocky cliff. There are two primitive docks made of narrow poles and weak planking extending away from the temple steps. The steps themselves lead up to the first landing that is lined with pillars. The landing and the pillars are made of red marble. It's very corroded. There's tons of overgrowth and vines and vegetation growing on these, clinging into the cracks in the marble. Set on poles that are thrust into the cracks on the floor of the landing are many shrunken heads, jawbones, feather totems, and other primitive tribal symbols of warding. There are 3 short flights of steps that lead up to a second landing that's 5 feet above the first. There's also a stone foot, like a statue, with an ankle that stops then, like it's broken off, as though it was the remains of a huge statue that maybe once straddled these stairs.
Ozymandias style. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look on my worksheet, Muddy in Despair.
Now, the stairways on the north and south are each flanked by another red marble pillar. And then on the back of the second landing is an opening that leads back into the cliff. It's flanked by another pair of pillars. And then carved out of the angled walls in the north and south are 2 bas reliefs of humans that are holding lit braziers.
Are there any runic writings on these pillars at all that we can see?
Just give me an investigation check.
Skills.
What's everyone else doing while he's looking for that?
I'm moving over here.
I'm looking down the hallway.
Okay, so
I'm
you two
saying
are
this
both.
is a nice red
So
pillar.
Gamelon's looking down the hallway. Where's Stefan?
Yeah, I'm kind of moving over here, so I got to
Oh, I
get
see.
it. Might move a little.
Okay, Weedall.
I'll I'll be near Weedall, but I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself and try to give myself those fishy appendages from the ghouls.
Okay, sure. Give me a deception check. Is there? I don't know. Should it be deception or Arcana to see how well you pull it off?
I'd prefer Deception.
I'm sure you would. I'll let you do deception. Okay. So, Weedle,
I have
you
Arcana though.
aren't able to find anything that really strikes you as well, that's not true. Not any runes you recognize. There are all you do find what are like hieroglyphs, but you can't make any sense of them. They're not any in a language or even a type of hieroglyph you've ever seen before.
Gotcha.
But around the statue, especially the feet, as well as at the base reliefs on the north and south walls, there is some pretty short hieroglyphic messages there, but you can't make out what they mean. You notice the bas reliefs, the face of the bas reliefs have been painted with like a white dyed or white pigmented smear under the eyes. It's like like a V under each eye, and then what looks like someone's painted jagged teeth over the mouth.
So they're the Barracuda people.
Yeah.
That must be the fifth god.
What about evidence of use in this area?
That's more searching then. More investigation, please.
Okay.
Or survival.
Time,
If you're talking like tracking and stuff, that's survival.
okay. And this time I will be smart and put it in the tower like I'm supposed to.
Okay. So, yes, there are tracks. Basically, muddy footprints, muddy sandal prints. The hallway that Gamelon is near is definitely used and frequented. This is definitely a primary hub that they operate out of. I'm going to reveal a little more map here.
Leading us to defeat.
So,
Or with defeat.
Gamelon, you can see that the tunnel itself is obstructed with stones and rubble. Not from a cave-in, though. These have been deliberately stacked. They narrow the passageway down enough that a medium-sized creature will have to squeeze to get through it.
Looks like we've been barricaded in.
I want to throw out there, I do have a web and a spike growth. Just in case, we decide we're going to go in there or something.
Well, that seems to be the only way forward, yes?
Maybe.
We could investigate.
Yeah, we could check these
elsewhere.
walls.
When you say it was piled there, it's not the kind of thing I could just move out of the way.
What the fuck?
He didn't anticipate that question.
Foiled so quickly.
There we go. That's better. Okay. That got weird quick. Okay.
I mean, is it safe to move closer? What are we doing? I don't understand.
I mean, I can sneak up there and take a peek.
Okay, where's everyone else while Weedle is doing this?
I'm where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm a
move
little
forward.
leery. Like, if there's
I'm
no
very much-
trouble.
Nace was with
We're-
Weedle. I don't know how
everywhere.
close you're staying to him.
I'll stay behind Gamelon by
Okay,
like 10 feet.
and I assume
but
you're trying to be sneaky, Weedle?
Very, very sneaky.
Okay, in order to be sneaky, Gamelon would have
Super
to move because his light source is directly on you. So
Hey, Gamelon,
Gamelon would
you
either
just-
have to shield it or go around the corner, something. So, yeah, that way you could you muffle it so that there's some darkness for him to slip through. Weedall, go ahead and give me a. Oh, you did give me a stealth check, please. Okay. So, you creep up, and as you get close, you can see they stacked these rocks like to narrow it, and then stack them up and stack them up. It goes all the way to the ceiling, which is about 10 feet right here. They basically walled this off so you can only come through one at a time very narrowly. So you creep up as quietly as you can to try and peer through. Give me a perception check, please.
That was persuasion. There it is.
Wait, the darkness to tell you its secrets.
Okay. So, as you look through very carefully, you don't see anything. There is light coming from the direction you're looking. There's actually kind of a smoky haze that's making it difficult to see, but I can reveal all the way to... There's a large fire. Understand the graphic here is not doing justice. There is a fire ahead in what looks like it must be a large chamber because you can see gentle smoke drifting up. But the fire is not like a huge blaze. It's very large and wide, but it looks like more like a cooking pit. But
I don't see any movement.
you don't see any movement outside of the flickering. It's mostly coals with maybe one log on it that's burning.
Okay, then I will sneak back and report that there is a fire in there. Now, I'll just tell him what I saw. I said I didn't see
Okay.
anything, but I didn't roll well. I'll tell him, yeah, there's a fire in there. There's somebody tending a fire. Or somebody's. And I'll also describe the barricade that's been set up.
And yeah, you can see that the barricade opens up immediately after that narrow gap.
It's just a
Steve,
choke point.
I think you're
It's
muted.
an artificial choke point.
Can anybody move those rocks?
I don't think it'd be difficult to move the rocks. I think it'd be time consuming to move the
Yeah,
rocks.
they're basically mortared in. I mean, it's mud, but they've been bricked in. They're not just stacked haphazardly. Somebody intentionally narrowed this wall or this corridor. And the walls are like the really amazing marble, or in spots where it's not marble, it's still perfectly cut stone. That's worn with age, but still you can tell the craftsmanship. The wall is made of sea rocks and just rocks they grabbed off the side of the cliff.
So I think the best option would be, assuming we have surprise, would just be to bum rush past that and get into that open area.
Well, in these
If
things
we're going to penetrate that way.
to the north and south, that's rock wall, right? Like cliff.
Yes. Now it goes up probably 60 feet.
Uh,
How many people can you
I
take
hate to disagree, but I think we should start blowing that shit up. And if they want to come out and attack us,
I don't think there's any surprise here.
They
I think
gotta-
they probably saw us coming in because there's only one way to come from.
Yeah.
Do you have
How
any
many-
explosives?
Hey, how many? Yeah, I got fireballs. How many people can you take with on a thunderstep?
One. And it's one of my 2 spells.
Well, I'm going to say, considering we actually walked across the water for quite a way, for a mile, any scouts would have seen us, assuming they had scouts. And I look back there and I didn't see anybody. But I get the impression that there are bodies back there. I think we're not getting a surprise attack.
Very well, then.
But the question remains, do we go through this way or do we find our own way?
There is no other way.
There is no other way.
Okay, then I think we
This
need
is
to go
the
in
way.
hard.
This is
and
the way.
fast.
I was waiting
this is
for
the
it.
way.
Only one.
Yeah.
Then I think we go in hard and fast.
Here, I'll do this. I can.
What? Nobody? She said.
I left
That's
it
what
alone.
All right, I can bless 3 creatures of my choice.
Can I move closer at any? I mean, we're not locked in. I can just move anytime.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah, I
locked
mean,
yet.
if you move somewhere I don't want you to move, I'll just put you back. But right now,
All right.
tokens are not locked. That is
Fair
correct.
enough.
I normally lock tokens when combat starts.
All right, I'm going to bless me, and who else needs it?
How far away?
Karnan and Stefan.
Yay! Thank you.
So I guess I
feel
need
blessed.
to do this, right? Let's see here.
Bring the deeps.
Battle Karnan or target Stefan, Karnan, and me. And bless.
Very nice.
Okay, Stefan, Karnon, and Gamelon are all blessed.
Look at that.
That lasts 1 minute.
Bless lasts. I think
No.
yeah. Yep, up to
No.
minute.
Yeah, 10
And then,
rounds. Okay.
and then I'm going through.
Okay. Everybody else, marching order, I assume?
Yeah, I figure marching order right behind.
Okay, so
Yep.
it'd be what? Stefan,
I'm up there.
Weedall,
Yeah.
Weedall,
Nace.
Nace, and I'll put
Karnon.
Karnon in the next available spot because normally you guys move in whatever spaces you can fit.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go ahead and lock tokens.
That's not good.
Gamelon, as you get up to the entrance, you see
Boo.
a guy here. Let's see. Boop. And a guy here. Whoops, I just grabbed the same guy twice.
I feel like Weedall was blind.
I think I was.
He's like, and they're
A
sitting
guy
there staring
here.
at you like,
I must have rolled like a 4.
Well, the hilarious part is they failed their perception too. So
Okay,
neither
good.
one of you saw each other.
Good.
So everyone's surprised. So nobody acts the first turn.
you have to skip through round 1.
Everybody
Like-
roll initiative. I am. I was just saying one turn is lost off of Bless because everybody just goes, oh, there's guys right there.
Where'd they come from?
Oh, I'm going last.
Okay.
You're the guy in front, and you're like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm slow.
Shield block.
Okay. Round 2.
Fight.
Fast
All
guy.
right. Weedle, you're
Everything's
actually
fine.
the first person to act.
Yeah.
That shadow looks different than last time.
I
Sorry, I got these
assume.
guys placed wrong. This should be like this.
Okay. I assume I could go like here and then go through his at double. So that'd be 5. That's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, no, not the square down. You'd have to go through Stefan's square. There's not enough space to go through the other one.
Okay, so that's 5, 10.
Well, that's
15,
not
20.
true. The ceiling's 10 feet high. So you could go
Gotcha.
over.
I can scramble on the wall?
Yeah, you have climbing speed.
You're a cat.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have a skill check. So it is difficult
be
terrain
fine.
because you're technically squeezing
Yeah.
to go above
Same
them.
either way.
But it'd be 10, 20, it'd be 30 movement to get to, it'd be 35 movement, I guess, to get right. Wait,
It should be
5,
10,
15,
20.
25. It'd be 30 to get to this square here.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm going
If
to
you're
do.
in this square, you're squeezing.
Nope. I'll go there
So, okay.
with 30.
So it's basically 5 for Stefan's square, 10 for Gamelon's square, then another 10. So it'd be 25 movement. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's even better.
So it's 25. 25 movement to get right there.
Okay.
Because you have to pay the
Then
extra for the squeeze, but you go past everybody else because of No. It's 30 because you got to go 5 feet up before you go over.
That's fine.
And then you can just drop down for free. It's only 5 feet. Okay. Wow. You definitely connected with 26.
Nice.
However, no sneak attack.
Nope.
Because you are not the only person adjacent to him. Or is it only no allies?
No, it's no allies, so I do get sneak attack.
Then you get sneak attack. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember
he
if it was
always
no
gets
allies
sneak
or if it's
attack.
nobody.
I need to open sneak attack. There it is. The effect. Put that down.
Dang. That was a good roll.
Critical.
Damn, son.
And then
Nice.
I'm going to offhand this guy.
Give him the other what for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not right, Scott.
Nice.
It's if no
Why?
creature other than your target is within 5 feet of you. Rakish Audacity.
Ah, damn. Okay, well, take it off and I'll re-roll.
By the way, are you
damage.
adding your charisma modifier to your initiative?
Yes, I have to
Okay.
do it manually.
You really don't.
I added it to the initiative
Okay,
thingamajig.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can add it to
Just
the
if my
initiative.
charisma. Okay,
Initiative miscellaneous
Yes.
3. I see. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, you don't get sneak attack.
Okay.
Oh,
if you
no
give him-
other creatures are within 5
No other
feet
creatures,
of you.
not allies. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So give him his 21 back, and I'll re-roll damage on him.
Well, no, I'm just going to remove 12.
Okay.
So he's no longer critically wounded. He ends up taking 9 damage.
Okay. Then I have the other guy targeted, which I hit, and I'm going to give him damage.
7
And
to
then
him.
I'm going to use my feline agility and go back and get in everybody's way.
Okay. All right. So you come scrambling in, and it's literally like you bounce off this wall, bounce off that wall. You're running along the ceiling like sideways, and as you jump down, you just Qatar comes out in one, and you slash with the Qatar, stab the other guy with the rapier, and then do like a backflip, catch the wall, and run upside down, and end up back where you started. It's ridiculous. The level of mobility
Dropping.
is just stupid.
It was
I'm
fun.
dropping 2 F-bombs.
He's like, fuck,
Oh.
fuck.
Excuse me, pardon me.
All right. Let me just check here. Yeah, no problem. All right, and this guy. All right. So Stefan, it's your turn. Gamelon is heavily in your way. You can see.
Oh man, if only he had sharpshooter.
You can see the 2 guys directly in front of you.
There's no such thing as in his
I
way.
don't think you have line of sight to the 2 guys to the south. No, you don't. But you can see the 2 guys on the north side.
I got 3 and 2 in my sights.
Correct. I am checking something on your sheet. Dread
Guys that are
Ambusher.
And I'm getting tired of messing up that sneak attack. I need to look at everything.
You
again.
do not get Dread Ambusher. You spent the first round surprised.
Wait, could he be surprised?
Yes. There was no hostile intent. The crossbow warns him of hostile intent. They
Thanks,
didn't know he
Brian.
was there. So, since they didn't know he was there, they couldn't be hostile. Just like you didn't know they were there.
DM law.
Back in the old school first edition Dungeon Master's Guide, they had a bunch of comics in it that were just to kind of illustrate the different rules. And for the surprise rules, they talked about it's possible that both parties will be surprised. And they had a little cartoon. There's an adventuring party going, ah! And then a bunch of orcs going, ah! Freaking out at them.
Is this darkness?
It's dim light. Man, I gotta fix this thing.
I'm feeling froggy, and I dragged the first creature-y guy on my sharpshooter feature to number 3. Did I do that right?
You don't drag it to him. You drag it to you.
Just click it.
Or just click it, yeah. You just put it on yourself. You're giving yourself -5 to hit.
Come on.
Jesus, the 21. Yeah, you still hit.
That was really
Stop!
good.
I don't want to be on the internet.
Yeah.
Too late.
Wait, do I need to
That's
click
it.
on the
She's on.
second?
It's over. Hello. Don't worry, nobody watches the channel.
We could clip it.
You wanted a mouse, she paid the tax.
Maybe I should click that second sharpshooter button before I roll damage.
Correct. Right, to add 10 damage.
Oh fuck! All right. Excuse me. Oh darn.
Yeah,
boom.
19 points
Oh,
of
yeah.
damage.
Oh yay!
He dies.
Deleted.
And you do have a second attack still.
I'm gonna. This other guy, I can see him.
Shit. Yeah, he's hit. Good God, a 32.
Are these guys impressed by his crossbow too?
No, they're dead, it looks like.
We're just opening a hole, opening a hole.
Okay, 7 damage, moderately
3.
wounding him.
I don't really have any place to move, do I?
Not unless you shoulder your way through the group to back up. You could shoulder your way through Gamelon to move forward. I don't know how wise that is.
Right. Can't just crawl up this wall a little bit.
Not you. You don't have climb speed.
Who's next? Let me see who's next. Wrong one. Yeah, I guess. I mean, unless anybody's got any advice, I think I'm just gonna maybe crouch. Probably can't crouch. Probably just have to stay there.
Okay. No problem.
Oh, let me do that.
Nace, what would you like to do?
Oh, well, I can see this dude.
That is correct.
All right. What kind of cover's that?
He has 3/4 cover. +5. Or -5 to hit.
That's
Plus 5 to his
that's
defenses.
too much. Why does he get all the covers?
Mainly because he's behind a huge wall of cover and Gamelon's in the way. You know what? It wasn't in the old school DM's guide. It was in the player's handbook.
What?
The picture. The
Oh.
comic.
Oh, I missed.
This is the one that has the comic of a wizard looking at the two fighters, and he's holding a
I
wand
hit-
that ends in a fist, and he says,
For a little
"It's
bit.
either a wand of Bigby's grasping hand or a +2 pack scratcher. I'm not sure which yet."
Okay,
Here.
and then I'm going to
This is
cast
this is
Shillelagh.
what causes satanic panic, guys. Right there.
You can see your
Little
ass
side
crack.
boob. Little side
Like-
boob. Okay.
So I did Eldritch Blast,
Yes.
and then I want to cast Shillelagh. And then I guess I'll just be nice and get the hell out of the way of Karnon.
Okay. Make sure and put your concentration effect on.
What do you mean?
Because Shillelagh's concentration, isn't it?
No, it just
Oh.
lasts a minute.
Oh, I thought it was concentration. Or put the effect on for the duration then.
Okay.
Karnon.
Oh yeah, you guys forgot you had the bless on.
You think he's talking or thinking?
Oh no, it applied it. I see.
I said I suppose I can squeeze up past everybody else if I Choose to do that.
It'd be 10, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15, 25. It'd be 35 movement to get you to that square. It'd be all your movement. Just shouldering past all the other people.
Well, I can't see anybody from here.
No. I mean, if you stepped up one, you can see the guy that Nace was shooting at.
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't a huge threat to me.
Problem is they probably have higher initiative, which means they're going to fill the gap.
Don't worry, I can blow through them.
Oh. I don't want to be reckless.
You can just shoot him from back here. That's all I did.
Yeah.
If I'd have rolled better, I might have even killed him.
And you have bless, which means you're going to get +4.
Yeah, you get better
Well,
to hit roll than I
Plus
do.
But
D4.
if I
Plus D4, yeah.
if I try and shoot from here, can I effectively see past everybody else with no problem?
He'll have 3/4 cover. You'll have -5 to hit.
But you get a plus D4.
Yeah, you're getting
And you
plus
have
D4
plus
to hit.
whatever.
And you already are a pretty damn good shot anyway.
Should be
So-
fine.
You can thread that needle.
Yeah, you'll get 2 tries. Just click the -5 before you attack.
And
I mean, this is kind of what being a ranged character is. Sometimes you get a -5 on your to hit roll, and you hit
And
anyway.
you hit anyway.
Kill him. Shoot him! Shoot him!
shoot him.
And 9 damage, critically wounding him.
Shoot him again!
Yeah, I don't have any choice. He's all
These
I got.
guys are just
all I
getting
can see. So.
pin-cushioned. Yeah, and you do have 2 shots.
So I -5 again.
Yep.
And
You got it.
Fire away.
An 11
whiff.
misses, though.
All right.
Well, let's be honest. When you roll a 6 on a d20, you don't deserve to hit.
Right.
I still have one bonus action, right? Or one
You do have a bonus action if you have anything to use
If you
it
have
for.
something you want to use it
Well,
on.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. Click. Click.
Okay. So,
Let's hope he doesn't know lightning bolt.
I got out the way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I used all my movement just to get back.
Yeah, I was nice and got out the way so other people could step up in
So-
there.
That was
Common
my,
courtesy.
that was my
no
full
longer
Renegade
exists.
Tribesman steps up, and he is
Oh boy.
stabbing with a. Should be a polearm here. Oh wait.
He's number 4.
Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. My bad. Not him.
It's the big ugly
This
one.
guy. Darn it. There we go. Right. Oh, I'm really having trouble with the mouse here. That guy charges up. He's a little bigger than the other ones, and he's wearing a skull, like a whole skull. You can see it's actually segmented into 2 pieces, and there's like leather straps holding the front and back half together. But it's a whole skull. He's got like heavy femurs sewn onto a leather jerkin to make a rudimentary splint mail or banded mail. And he is carrying a wicked looking handle that ends in a big gaudy hookbill axe that extends out and has a big long blade that comes down. It's all jagged and serrated. It looks like it might be made of stone, but it's glistening and it's got blood stains all over it. And anyways, he comes charging up and he's like, "Ah!" and just screams and rears back. He is recklessly attacking, which will give him
Warding
advantage
flare.
on his attack. Warding flare. Okay. So you don't have to drop it on him. I'll just attack regular then.
Clank, clank. Boosh.
And 15. It just bounces off of your shield. As he hits, he makes a hissing noise, and he steps back.
Do it. Do it.
Are you taking an opportunity attack?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think he can.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
He
no,
can
you
use
can't
reaction.
use Warding Flare.
Warding Flare, yeah.
Oh, that was his. Oh.
Same team, Brian. All right, he falls back. Next,
Rules are rules.
This is what happens when I play a lot of tactics games. I start to like.
That's fine. He's not going to last that long. I'll just step up and
Story.
murder him on my team.
Okay, Renegade Tribesman, the one you guys are pin cushioning, dashes up, tries to attack.
Love what you're doing, bud.
Actually, he stays right where he's at. He throws a javelin.
Handsy.
Well, no, he doesn't, because the range isn't good. Yeah, he'll run up
On to the second time.
and attacks with a sword that looks like it has teeth embedded in it. It's like it's a
Faint.
a really
Clever.
thin. It's a big, like heavy, almost like wooden club, but then it's got teeth lining the holes. Like it looks like a chainsaw blade, except not running. And it's a ridiculously ineffective weapon as it crashes into your shield. It's just like
Automatic.
like 3 little shark teeth fly past as it fails to connect, and he falls back as well.
Clank, clank. Sends me on Naza.
Yeah, Gamelon, your turn.
Yay!
All right, it's my turn.
The fat ass can get out of the way.
I'm moving
All right,
up
so
to.
it's 10 to cross the barrier. So 10 to get to that square, and then you got 20 feet left.
Hold on. I'm going to 15-foot cone.
Oh shit! Is this Burning Hands,
Yeah.
or is this your Channel Divinity?
Oh, sorry. I don't need to target me. I need to target these guys.
You failed your own save.
Reveal a little more.
No, it's just burning hands.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're probably not on you. It's a good call.
There, that's right. I can get all 3 of them from there, right?
Burning hands.
Yep.
Surprise.
And success, fail, fail.
That's gonna hurt.
A little disappointed.
Okay.
2 1s.
2 does get burned down. The other 2 are caught in the blast as the flames and
But you
blast
can move
out at
for
them, but
it.
they're okay.
Yep. All right. Then I can move. So I'd use 10 to get to there.
Yep.
If I want to move. What do I got left? Next square, is that 10?
No, it's 5 feet after this. It's not even the square. It's the barrier between those 2 squares.
I'm going up there.
It's crossing that. That's what caused difficult terrain. Once
Okay.
you're into the next square, it's still 5. Okay. And then Renegade Tribesman 1 will just attack with his longsword. Critical.
Nice.
I don't think that's allowed.
And he connects for
It's not cool.
7 damage, and you pass your concentration check. All right. That's the end of the round, but we need to cover something else here real quick.
Wait, was that an AO or what was that? Did he have his thing held or what?
It was his turn.
Oh,
He
it's
went
his turn.
last. You did not go last. He did.
Here comes the
I'm
tidal wave.
shocked, I say.
Oh boy. And everybody's dead.
If I have to save versus death right now, I'm gonna be mad.
Fine. We have a
Okay.
scroll of Revivify.
No, I just mean because like nothing's happened.
I'll dread. Story.
Like, if we lose this fight and die, okay, shit happens. But that would be like a rocks fall and you die moment.
When I step into this room and trigger the trap, we'll let you know what happens.
It's fine. We got a scroll of
Oh,
Revivify.
it's not uncategorized. That's why.
Yeah,
There we go. Oh man, I was about to lose it. I thought I forgot. to
Both
put
people
something
who can res are on either end right now. So
in. I thought I forgot to put something in. I was freaking out.
I can cast Revivify now, by the way.
Tactically sound.
So I could use that scroll.
Well, I have it memorized too, so if we need it, I can whip it out that way.
Well, we don't have the diamond dust though. I don't think it's like 1,000.
It's 300 gold worth of diamond.
Okay, whatever.
I got that.
Well, I'll get it off your charred corpse and res you.
I've got that in my tiara.
I can't wait till Busy like sets up that throne to make our trading post amazing.
The throne of long view.
We all wipe and Jason does an epilogue where he's trying to set up the town, but we never returned. Tragic end. He becomes very wealthy though, because he's a smart guy.
Okay. No, what are you talking about?
Expo keeps him company
Yes.
to the end of his days. Who was the tip hit point one?
Original gnome. Percy.
Percy.
Oh yeah, I think Percy would be the door greeter, so everyone comes in and feels
Okay,
better.
here we go. This is gonna suck. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal what you see, Gamelon.
Send me as Naza.
So, you see a large chamber.
Clever.
So, the chamber itself is a very large hall that looks like it was at one point a worship area of the temple. The tribesmen now appear to be using it as a central living area. The floor is covered with mats, bowls, and eating utensils that are made out of bone. A fire is blazing in the center of the chamber. The hall itself is 2 stories high. There are balconies that run along 3 sides of the second story. There's a 20-foot by 30-foot hole cut into the center of the ceiling, open to the sky. You can see that there is a netting draped across it to keep things from falling in, as well as a rope in the northeast corner of the hole that is hanging down to the floor. In the center wall, opposite of the entrance you came in, there's a carved face that fills the area from the floor to the ceiling, about 20 feet tall. The face itself is a human or humanoid creature, and its mouth is agape, which leads to a tunnel going further back into darkness as it's unlit. It's difficult to tell what kind of creature it once depicted, though, as the bas relief itself has been badly defaced over time. There are 3 doors on the balcony level on the north wall and 1 door on the balcony level on the south wall. In the chamber itself, you see a total of 30 tribesmen.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. We're
10
out.
males that are scrambling to pick up weapons and shields. 12 females that are also scrambling to pick up weapons and shields. And 8 children who are being directed to run to the rope and scramble up the rope. Uh-oh. The children. Because that's gonna mess with Neil's plan. Oh boy. I didn't think about that. That is funny. All right, so
I just want to throw out there, I got this wand and this spike of growth spell.
And the children who are being directed to be in the middle of the crowd of adults so Neil doesn't fireball the shit out of them.
What are these people? They're like
Cannibals.
looking.
They're
Are they
cannibals.
this looking people or? Oh,
They
they're
got sharp
cannibals.
teeth and everything. Like these people file their teeth to points.
Oh, Ixion does not begrudge me this one.
You hope. We're gonna see if he has access to his domain spells soon. Okay. Which one did I just place? That was.
Just look at the children. Do they have filed teeth yet?
Right, we got female 10, female 3, female 1,
When the tooth fairy visits, do they try to eat her?
female 5, male 4, female 6, male 9, oh, he's already there. Don't need to move him. Male 10. Male 8. Female 12. Female 8. There are a lot of guys here. Male 3.
Oh my god.
Female 4.
You said 30, right?
Yeah. 22 combatants. Female
Issues.
9. Male 2.
Boo.
Male 6.
Anyone want to step in the Wayback Machine and maybe
Male
find a
1.
better way here?
Male 5.
I could demonstrate the error for ways.
Male 7.
Maybe instead of walking through the clear trap?
Let's see.
What's
I'm
kind of,
almost done.
Ballsy.
Female 2.
He's almost done.
There's a lot of people. This is probably going to be the biggest battle I've ever run. Female 11
Yeah, but it won't be the longest.
and female 7. No, probably won't be the longest. Okay. Yeah. So,
Through the door.
first to act is Weedall.
We'd all get him off me. Let's see, I can get all of us, right?
Kind of want to get out of the way, but
Don't worry, I'll get us.
that's fine.
His feline agility's down.
It is.
Well, the trick's just to kill everything around you. And then you
Don't
don't
worry,
need
they're
to
not
hide.
going to get through me.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 would put me here, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
See, 5 up, 10, 15, 25, 30. It'd be 35 to get to there. Because you still got to squeeze. It's all the way up to the ceiling. You still have to squeeze to cross that line.
And so that would be here.
Yeah, 30 feet would get you there.
That would put me in the way of everybody.
Yep. You always have dash as a bonus action.
Yeah, you just get a single melee attack, but then you're out no matter what.
Yeah, I guess that's the best
The
action.
other option is barely step up, do a ranged attack, and try to back up.
Well, then I still get one attack, so
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll target him. I think that's the only target I have. It is. Actions. Short sword. Ooh, that's not good.
12, whiff.
And then I will dash back out of the way.
Oh, okay. All right, Stefan, you're up, buddy.
Boo.
Murder time. Step up to the screen. Come on through, Steve. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little reading. Alright, so I think I... Nope. Then maybe I want to move here. Is that a thing?
Yep.
Yeah, to move past it, it's 20 feet to get to this square here. That's 20 feet of your movement.
Go, Steve.
Oh, shit, sorry. And then... attacking?
Okay?
I really wanted to cast a spell. I was thinking about casting a spell.
Which spell?
Wanted to cast some spike growth out in front of Gamelon.
What's the radius on that?
Let's see.
Spike growth is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range, which is 150 feet. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. Creature moves into it or within the area takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel.
Go, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
But you have to be able to see the area you want to cast it on. So you had to come forward. You had to come to at least this square before you could see where you want to cast. But then, yeah, you could drop a 20-foot radius that's thorns. Now, they'll see it, so they will know it's thorns.
I'm on board. Well, can I do the
Can they see it? I thought it was
web first?
It camouflages, but it's only if creatures don't see you cast it that they have to save
Okay.
to spot it. If they see you cast it, they know it's there.
Do it.
And maybe I'll do a web
It's a
also.
little too... Wait, is it-
No.
Can I do two?
No, you
Can I
can only
do
do
two?
one.
That's 20
I can
right
only
there.
do one. Fair enough. I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like the spike growth is better than the web.
Way better.
Especially
I mean,
if
odds-
you didn't put it
Odds
just
are they
as-
have javelins anyway.
So, like, instead of putting it as blocking, you could also do something like
Cast it
this
on them.
with it. You could just turn the layer they're in into spikes.
Wherever they move.
It's whenever they start their turn in it.
Or move through it.
Anybody got any?
Difficult terrain
I
for
would
duration.
cast
When
two.
a creature moves into or
can't do
within
two.
the area, it
I
takes
would
X
cast
amount of
it
damage.
on 'em.
If they sit still, they won't take any damage. But if they try to move, when you cast it on them, they will take damage.
So
Yes.
you're basically locking out half the combatants
Yes,
as
that
long as you can
immobilizes
maintain
Right there would
concentration.
make it so that they could not
Yep.
all 2, 4, 6, all 10 of those guys would not be able to move without risking taking damage.
Doing that. Taking up a second spell slot.
Okay, check that off.
Yep.
And you should keep spike growth handy
Oh, wait. Doesn't
because
he have... Yeah, okay.
you need to drop. I'll drop it on you. You have to put spike growth on yourself because it's concentration effect. And then if I tell you, you'll need to drop that damage on them.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is, if it's concentration and you get hit, you may drop the spell entirely.
That's correct. So you need to
So
knock it
you
hit.
might want to kind of get out of dodge so you can keep that going and lock
Thank
it
you.
down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go.
Yeah. Can I? Is this the spot? Can I go there?
You
Okay.
can. It'd be so that was 15 to get there, so it'd be 25. You can only get to that square that Neil's drawing to. It'd be 35 feet of movement to get there.
If I can
30
go
is as far
there-
back as you can go.
I'm going there.
You could dash.
So being concentration.
Oh,
you
I got
can
my
lose sight
goddamn
of-
clicker on. Sorry.
Right
could
there is
dash.
as far as he could get.
No, he
No,
can't.
he
He
cast it.
casted. That was his action.
Dash
Oh,
is an
that's
action
right.
for
You're right.
most people. This isn't Baldur's Gate 3.
You're right. You're right.
I'm trying
He's
to get out
also
of the
not
way.
a rogue.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, are you done with
Yeah,
your
I
turn?
heard a boom.
Yes.
See-
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Oh, did I?
You should click your thing.
It might be a bunch of them.
Okay, it is a bunch of them. So, 10 is right there. Okay.
Is this where you're going to make the tokens larger and smaller?
Yeah. All right. She's got to move. So, Steve, drop your damage on the one that I just started moving. She moves out of it, takes 2d4 piercing. You can just drag and drop the little red damage thing. on
In
it.
the combat tracker, as he activates them, it'll jump right to him. So you can just drop it into the combat tracker.
Drop the damage onto that dude. All right. I think I got this.
Oh, the one that has
Is
the
it
red
damage or a
brackets?
save?
It's just
Did I
straight
do it
damage.
right?
She
Oh,
takes
wow.
5 damage, moderately wounding her. And then she gets to here. And will... it says bite, but she's stabbing with a bone sword, or short sword.
Bring it on, Lassie.
Whiffing with a 16. I forgot to target you. Alright. Tribal random female 3. Why don't I see it?
She's right there.
There we go. I got it to center on her. Okay. Shit. 10.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Jesus. Roll the damage.
At least when I fireball them, Steve, they're going to die quick.
Yeah.
God damn. She's
Oh my
screaming
God.
and shrieking. She's like, "Oh, yeah!" And it's like slashing and cutting on her. It's horrible. And she just continues dragging through it. Roll
Again?
Yeah.
It's a
Again.
3 killer with thorns.
Yeah.
Do it.
Sometimes
Do it.
your own mission
And
is
she's dead.
an object lesson to others.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
so as she's like struggling through it and she's hacking at it, like one of them whips up around her throat, and as she staggers, it just rips and slashes her throat out. She just collapses and and she makes it right to the edge, and blood just pools out right here. Just like it's leaking away from the thorns.
Guido yells, "Look, guys, food!"
That looked like it.
All right, so that's 10.
Mace, it's your turn since she's dead.
15. Yeah, that's 15 to get to there. And I will be fucking everyone up after. Is there anyone in my line of sight from here I can hit?
No.
Push through, push through.
Well, I'm just going to be in everyone's way if I push through.
They're
Gotta
all in
get
your
through.
way. Fair game.
Kind of a dick move, you know, if we just
Okay.
space appropriately.
So now you can see the two guys next to Gamelon. They have half cover. Well, it
Either one that
depends.
hit.
If you're making a ranged attack, no, they don't have half cover. I take it back.
Alright, so Renegade tries in 1. There's my spell.
Ooh.
26 hits and 4 critically wounding him. He takes 7 more. Followed by a shitload of damage.
Nice. Obliterated him.
Yeah, he's annihilated.
At least I did work with that.
Good work.
All right.
1 down, 27 to go.
1.
Yeah. Okay, you get to roll the damage once.
Steve, roll damage
Steve, roll damage.
on this one.
I noticed the
money.
women are more ready to fight than the men.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
So that was 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's her turn. No, it's not. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She dashes.
Oh, she's so fast.
Okay.
Damn it.
Renegade
All right.
5.
This dude just runs all the way up. Dashing. Karnan, your turn.
Oh, I must brush past everyone again.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now there's
5,
a
10,
free square
15.
here.
25. It's 35 movement to get to that square because of the squeezing.
Hey, you have 35 movement.
Too far. That one. You can get to there. That's 35 movement.
And go to work.
okay.
Get
I
some.
would like to cast Moonbeam.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, that's right. That's a
Renegade
radius, right?
5's spot.
Your radius, it's like 10 feet. Right?
Female 5.
Moonbeam. Silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius. 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spell ends. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts to turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. Must make a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful. Shape changers make the saving throw with disadvantage, and revert to their original. If it fails, they revert to their original form. You can also use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction.
Nice.
All right, and it's concentration up to 1 minute.
I gave you a 5-foot radius. You can move around wherever you want. Oh, wait. No, you can't. I guess only I can move it. Where would you like it?
I'm going to put this on you. There you go. That's your concentration effect.
Right where you had it.
Here?
Blocking the steps or the entrance?
Blocking the entrance.
Well,
Well,
Hold on.
it's
Well-
any creature too, right?
Yeah, so, like, I don't want to go into it.
Right.
Yeah, when a creature enters the spell's area. So even you guys would be hit by the moonbeam.
He can move it on his turn, so it's fine.
Oh, that's true. You can use an action to move it on your turn.
Or I can actually move it up 1 notch there.
It's true. He could move it after you guys get out. And that hits 2 people.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, very nice.
So that is an action, right?
Yes.
Well done.
So what do I have left? Anything?
Bonus action
Bonus
if there was
action.
something to use it on, but I don't know that you have anything.
Nah. All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll
every turn you have movement, you have a bonus action and an action.
an action. And the action can be multiple attacks.
Right.
Yes.
If your
Okay.
action is attack, that's what gives you multiple attacks. The wording is extra attack is a feature you have, and it gives you 2 attacks when you declare an attack action. Okay, if you're done, go ahead and hit next, and I'll see where the next guy is here.
All the tribesmen.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, he doesn't quite make it. Okay. This renegade runs to here, and then he will dodge. All
Of
right.
course he will.
He'll move 30 feet.
Can I be honest? I don't feel like this music fits.
Also dodge.
Do 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 do.
Forgot to change it.
It's more traveling through the countryside kind of music.
Or sitting in a pub.
Okay. How's this? Oh, here. Trial of Strength. Oh, yeah. There we go. This screams tribal fight. All right. Male 9. So I did find the easier way is just click the visibility off real quick. All right. All of these guys are just getting up and dodging. Ready for the big fight. And now, the freaky berserker goes. So the guy with the full bone skeleton armor, after he reeled back, you can see there's a notch in his axe where he hit your shield. He winds up and spins around and gets ready to come at you again. He is also recklessly attacking a second time.
I will awarding player a second time.
Okay. So I will just attack regularly. And he gets a natural 1. Oh my god! He's like, and it careens off of it again. A portion of the axe on the top, just like the hook, the hook bill axe, the bottom portion of it just shears away as he looks at his broken axe, and he's like, "Ha!" And he takes and pulls off his helmet, and as he pulls it back, you can see his face has like ritual scarring, just these beads all the way down his face, and he throws his mask against the wall in frustration. He then
told you were special.
he then shoulders past you and engages Karnan, since he can't do anything else. All right, Tribal Renegade 10. So many of these guys. Oh, he's fucking hip deep in this shit. He dodges.
Get ready.
He just dodges.
I'm on board.
Okay, next. Alright. This guy
Bring it.
will advance up 30 and attack. Missing with a 17.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
close
Wow.
Oh, someone who's outside of it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, they can get to there. All right. Next one up.
How much damage did he take? Oh, he was outside.
He ran around it. The path looked weird, but he ran around it. This guy comes dashing up and attempts to attack Gamelon with an 8. He whiffs.
Not going to cut it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be able to hit you. I'm really... Okay, this one will go...
That's because Ixion protects me.
That's right. No, Turtle God.
Same thing.
We'll dodge. Okay. Dodge.
Prepare to get murdered.
Nope. Dodges. It's too deep. One's on the edge, have a shot.
Let's see if I can find this guy.
Go to there and dodge. All right, Tribal Renegade, male 2. Whoops, not that far.
Doesn't want to go into the moonbeam?
No, I want to make sure I can still dodge.
Of course you
Dodging is
do.
going to be a big part of their first round, I think.
Nerd.
He can get out. All right, Steve, you get to do your damage once to this guy. Got it? Okay, he takes 3 damage from the spikes.
It helps.
Gamelon, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Ixion, forgive me.
Dodging doesn't help saves.
Yeah, no, dodge does not affect the saves.
What's these guys?
You could move it up,
Why?
because then you would hit some spike trap guys. Maybe.
I don't think I can.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. You toast that mini and it'll be awesome.
I just know there's a lot of circles on the map.
There's a lot of circles.
Alright, Jason.
Jesus.
You're
Wait,
just
you
not gonna
attacked
know.
yourself?
No?
Yeah.
You
have
have
yourself
yourself
targeted in there.
Oh, damn it.
I would untarget myself before I rolled all
Yeah,
the damages.
now roll the damage. He's caught a lot of them.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh,
that's a lot of 2s.
And 1s. Jesus. All right, you got some of them.
there's some death
So,
and a lot of weak
1,
ones.
2, 3, 4,
That's a
5.
really shitty roll.
You got 5 of them.
But still, you weakened them up.
Wounded a bunch more.
You thin the herd.
28 would be average.
Yeah.
what did it roll? 19?
Yeah, you were 9 below.
That's all right. You weaken the 2 that are probably going to get moonbeamed out.
All right, anything else? Nope.
Dodge.
Oh, that bitch is right in the center of it. She'll sit still.
Move away.
You can make it 5 squares.
This
Wanna
one's
cast
gotta move
web on
2.
that.
Well, you have to wait till your turn. You get to roll damage once. She had to
Oh.
move through 1 square of it.
Yeah.
None of these fuckers have ranged attacks. So
Why?
because they were just sleeping. Like they're just chilling out. And then you guys busted in. Like they didn't have all their ranged weapons handy. None of these aren't the hunters of the tribe. Okay, so she takes
Yeah, the
5
hunted.
damage.
It's just the women and children.
Wait, what?
This is just the fodder.
Oh shit. All the kids are getting cut up trying to get to the rope.
Well, it's okay. Ranger Steve
The kids
doesn't
probably
report to
stop.
Ixion.
Yeah, the kids probably stop
Mm-mm.
when the thorns start grabbing
Mm-mm.
them. All right, Travel Renegade 7. Oh, you get to roll the damage. They're on the edge.
Alright.
Living on the edge.
This is a lot of dodges.
You can't stop yourself from falling.
Come on.
6 damage. It's definitely fucking them up. Oh, one who finally gets to move freely. Charges up and dodges. And then...
Well, the one stuck in the middle of the thorns are peeing freely, so
Yeah.
freely.
It'll be easy to pick off with range stuck up there.
Jesus. Done yet? One more, Steve.
I tried to thin it off for you, but I got a really shitty roll.
I still
on.
thinned it off.
Come on.
And there's a lot more easy
You
pickings.
took
out
out
there.
5 and a bunch are really wounded. 4 more damage to that one. That's the end of the round, though. All right, round 4. Weedle.
How high did you say the ceiling was?
10 feet in this corridor.
Okay. I am going to...
In the main chamber, the big hole in the ceiling is, I
That's
think I
fine.
said 40 feet up.
I'm going to move here. I'm going to scramble up to the ceiling. I know this is going to take my action. That's fine. I'm going to put my immovable rod against the ceiling and hook myself to it. So I'm hanging.
Okay. Does it have? I thought you can fix the immovable rod in the air.
That's fine. I just want to be up off the floor.
I'm just saying you
out of
could
the
fix
way.
it in the air and then just like cherry drop your knees over it and be hanging upside down.
That's fine. We'll do that. 'cause
That's also
even better.
awesome. So
You can
we'll-
stick it in the side of the wall and do that too. So either
Yep.
way,
Either way, I'm out of the way, and I know that's
Or-
my action.
you could stick it straight up and down and then clench it with your butt cheeks, your freshly blooded butt cheeks.
Yeah, no, we'll go hanging by the knees. No,
You can
I'm
dance on
hanging
the
by my tail.
You're not a spider monkey. It's not a
Okay.
prehensile tail.
Fine. So I'm up off the floor. I'm out of the way. I have visibility to these people.
Yep.
But I believe that would be probably my entire action for the next 20 minutes,
Okay.
unless you say I can do all that and shoot.
I believe activating the immobile rod is an action.
I think it's
So-
the action. That's what I'll do.
you have to push a whole button.
Yeah.
So that,
You gotta
that's
push
it.
the button
I'm
and make
hanging
sure
from
that
the
it's
ceiling.
in place. Make sure it's not moving.
I'm hanging from the ceiling.
It's really advanced.
Like,
All right.
you know, talk to George Jetson. Did you ever see his
Right.
finger at the end of those
Yeah,
days?
Does his whole job. Right. Stefan.
Oh, you didn't move me.
Oh, sorry. Don't worry. I got about 20 minutes till we
Um,
have to worry about it.
Can you put his token upside down?
Scott can do it.
I'll do it.
Aren't they locked though?
You can rotate
they're
even
locked.
when they're locked.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying
Oh.
to decide
No,
between
it
whether
doesn't
I
when
want
they're
to
locked.
throw my web, wand, or start shooting these guys.
It has
Anybody-
to be a wand because if you cast another spell, your other one goes down.
So if I do a wand, I can also shoot
Regardless,
something.
if you use a concentration spell, period, your concentration is broken the moment you do it. Wand or not.
Yeah.
Wands don't get around concentration.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shoot,
Is
no.
web
If
a
I
concentration?
shoot,
Just
If I
kill the shit
shoot-
out the dude right in front of us. That
yeah,
Yeah, just shoot. Shoot him. Shoot him. That's what you're
let's
good
just
at.
bring
Let's
the
shoot
deuce
'em.
right now.
I'm gonna attempt to. Get my tracker up. This is this guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
web is a concentration, so you'll drop the thorns if you cast
All
web.
right. Want a sharpshooter? This guy? Maybe I want a sharpshooter him.
I can
You have
shoot
advantage on your attacks against him.
And he's got bless.
Yeah, you probably want to
Edge and
sharpshooter.
blast. Yeah.
Feeling
There you go.
froggy.
All right. You don't have to click advantage. It'll just give it to you when you shoot. He has an effect on him. All right. Yeah, so you connect with a 24 easily.
This is
Ugh,
going
it's
to
a close
murder him.
Average.
9 damage.
Ooh.
He didn't have him targeted. And you didn't drop it on him. I'll drop it on him.
didn't. That
He's
didn't
dead.
murder him. Oh, they did.
So
Wait.
he like throws his.
Wait. That's
Hey,
the wrong guy.
Oh wait, what did I get?
Tribal Renegade, male 4. He
Oh.
needed the Renegade Tribesman 4.
Whoops. Where was Tribal Renegade Male 4?
He was here.
Thank you. He's dead. So I don't feel like trying to put him back, to be honest. Here, the female 4 will take their place. So she ended up dying up there. because
That
she was
guy.
never getting out of those fucking thorns and doesn't have a ranged weapon, so fuck her. She just suicided trying to get out.
I believe he suicided because she's down there.
Yeah. All right, Stefan. So you hit him. He's moderately wounded. He's big old
What
tough
does
son of a
the,
bitch.
What does the other thing do? That's 1d10 plus 4.
What, his crossbow?
No,
Oh,
didn't he- did
You
he-
forgot to add your 10 damage, Steve.
10 damage for.
No, I did.
You also
did.
get
I'll add it.
an extra attack when you
Thank
attack
you.
once.
Yeah. Okay, so you have
So
a
you
second
just-
shot.
But he gets to roll a d10 first.
What?
No,
He
it's
did-
straight up
he
10
did it.
damage. It's not a D10.
Oh,
Okay, I added
bad.
the 10 damage. The guy has 35
No, I was
wounds
telling
now.
Scott what it was.
Right.
Yep.
So, you get another shot, though. Are you going to do the -5 to hit and all that?
Just aiming. Renegade. Tribesman 4.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You hit with a 25.
nice.
Oh, that wasn't the minus.
And this is just
5,
regular
though, was
damage,
it?
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said he was just aiming.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boo.
7 more damage. He's
Yeah,
still
if
up.
you have advantage on all that, that's the time to go for your
He's
plus
got
10
advantage
damage.
and plus.
And bless. Yeah, you're never going to get a better chance to hit than advantage and bless.
It's like this is the perfect target to go for big damage shots.
Okay, any movement or bonus actions, anything like that?
Do I need to move out of the way? Anybody?
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't. You got a big guy in your way.
What?
Which one?
He's
What?
in the back.
Oh, Stefan's in the
back,
back.
you're
I
good.
see. Never mind.
I can move out of the way if someone
And
needs me
Stefan's
to.
not in anybody's way.
You're not
unless
blocking
someone's
it.
trying to back up.
You're not blocking anybody.
Yeah.
Although you have a.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
want to back
Weedall's-
up so we can back
Weedall's
up,
up on the ceiling, so.
it's kind of a traffic jam. But
Fair
if you're not
enough.
trying to go in, I would probably back up.
That's
a
why I
couple
stuck
steps.
the roadblock in the way, is to isolate some people. Although, Gamelon's going to clear this room on his own.
I want some. I'm saying go.
The power of Christ can die.
Okay, Tribal Renegades. The first
Oh,
one needs a
damage.
saving throw. Tim, drop the saving throw on her. From your moonbeam. There's 3 buttons. The first one is the cast, the second one's the damage. So just drag and drop the cast onto that Renegade Female 10. There it goes. And she fails her save. Now drop the damage on her.
Sweet.
You'll do this for each one who starts their turn in this thing.
That's just dropping the D10.
Uh-huh. We'll just drop the damage, the little blood drop from your moonbeam.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You can also hotkey those, by the way. That's it. She is dead. So she just dissolves in a beam of coherent moonlight. Oh, sorry. Brian, I guess I'll let you go. I'm just used to it being my turn next. So. Connect. Oh, for 4. Crit. Oh my god. Double crit. Jesus. He's dead.
Done.
That was a
Nice.
double 20. That's
Yeah.
1 in 400, man.
And then it was a 9 and 10 on
Yeah,
the
that
damage.
was awesome. Holy shit.
Like, I was really mad about the first one, but the
Okay,
second one...
you just the first one like glances off, and he's like, ah, 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 and the second one just takes his head off.
Okay, I want to get up to here.
Okay, so, wow, that's 5, 10, 15 to Carnon Square, 20. It's 25 to get to there.
Do it.
All right, Tribal Renegade Female 5. Carnon, you're up. She starts on the moonbeam.
All right.
Over here.
So
Drag the saving throw onto her. The cast thing.
Here's about 5.
Fail it.
9
Nice.
fails.
Destroy her.
And the damage is 7 more
Yes.
damage. She is dying.
Evaporated.
Poof.
Hey,
All right.
hey, use your
Okay,
action.
and now it's your turn.
So my action would be, I guess, to move my moonbeam.
Okay,
Nice.
you can move it up to 60 feet.
Right there.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good
Perfect.
call. This thing's just street sweeping now. It's a Roomba. You got a Roomba just moving around the room.
And then I can move a little bit.
You've got
Yep.
all your movement. Yeah,
It's got
you
his
have,
So
full
just to
movement.
you have 35
kinda get
feet of
out of the-
movement.
I kind of think
Get
of it
up out
like
of
a
that.
Death Star laser.
I just want to get up out of that hole there.
Okay.
And
All right. Tribal Renegade 10. Fuck it. Steve. Let's see. 1, 2. You're going to get 2 rolls for your damage on that guy.
Mess him up.
They're dying.
Here we go. Come on.
First one does 5. Do it again. Second one does 3. Survives it. He gets out. And he will dodge. Not that it's helping much. Alright. Renegade Male 8. Is in the beam. Karnon, you're up. You beat Johnny on the spot with this. Gonna be popping a bunch of these off. He fails his save. He's fucked.
Oh,
He's already hurt. There's no way he survives this.
You got
Oh
fired.
shit!
You evaporated.
Yep, he's vapor. All right, Tribesman 8. He's clear of it. Tribesman 8 will attack Karnon. Missing
Yes.
with an 18.
now, since he
Really
misses,
needed
doesn't
that to
affect my
hit.
concentration, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
really needed that to hit. All right. Well, she's screwed. Okay, so female 4 is not in the beam.
Out of the Death Star.
Go to
Yeah.
the light. Go to the light.
All right, she's pissed
Follow
off
their people
though.
for their ancestors.
She's going after Gamelon. Any warding? No. Okay. 18 misses. Damn it! Come on.
good attack.
See the ball. Right. Tribal Renegade 9.
Fine.
She's in the
Uh-oh.
beam. That's all you
She's
need,
in the
Tim.
beam. Oh, hold on. I got to scroll it down. I lost her on the tracker. There we go.
Not a good sign when you lose it on the
Oh,
She
she made the
succeeds.
saving
She
throw.
might live through this.
She's
It's
going to take
gonna
half
be rough.
damage.
Double
You still roll
damage.
damage.
Fuck.
She'll
Double
take
chance,
half,
yeah.
but she's pretty tore up. Oh, she lived. She lived.
She has like a hit point.
Woo! All right. Well, she's going to get out of that damn beam, that's for sure. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She'll attack Gamelon, who gets cover.
You ain't gonna hit me then.
No, there's no way she's going to. I'm going to have to crit. Only
Yeah,
chance.
Get them all packed in there close.
19. Come on!
That's a pretty good roll.
Son of a bitch.
So
Under
wait,
normal
Jason, what
circumstances-
feels better? The combat where you roll a lot, or the one where you don't roll at all?
Oh. All right. Number 2.
I mean, at least this way you have a chance. You got hope.
I'll get you roll enough times, you'll get a crit.
You got at least 20 rolls here. You'll get one.
He got one.
She just moves there and dodges. Because the moonbeam's dissolving her tribesmates. Alright, 6 is not in the beam. Goes around it, dodges. Gamelon, your turn.
It really hurt me.
Hey, at this point, just started swinging.
I was gonna go. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just time to bash him over the head.
Spiritual weapon. I need a token.
You got it. Leave it in the middle. It's fine. Where's it appearing?
Put it like right over here. How about?
Sure.
And it would love to swing at this guy right here. Go spiritual weapon.
13 hits. Just barely. And he's down.
And then I will take a swing at this one with my mace.
28. Yeah, I think that connected. Jesus. 4, 7 damage. Oh, you didn't drop it on him.
Oops. I had her targeted.
Yeah. Just drag and drop the damage onto him.
All right. And that is all I can do.
Okay. Treble
Next turn.
Renegade 1. Oh, come on.
Out angry things.
1, 2, 3 is his quickest way out. Steve, roll your damage 3 times on the guy who's moving.
Grab 6 die 4 and drop it on him.
That works too. Seven. Oh,
Not that savvy yet.
stop
I'm getting
rolling
there.
that good.
No, keep rolling like that.
Yeah, I don't need you rolling that well. Let's take it easy there. 3. That's more like it.
Ah, it's toast.
And
I
now
believe in you.
1 more. Damn! Got him. All right. Almost got out of it. All right. Travel Renegade 5 is way
He's
over
nuts.
here. Moves 30 and dodges. Okay. Tribal Renegade Male 7. Is this one Tim's? Nope. Whoops. Come on. 30. Can I just click dodge? Will it put it on her? Nope. Wait. No, it didn't put it on her. Okay, dodge. Alright. Tribal Renegade Female 2.
He's mine.
That one's yours. Okay, let him have it.
Any?
I think she lives.
Huzzah! Oh, she is healthy.
She makes her
He
save.
succeeded.
Oh shit. It's a pretty nasty hit though. It takes 8 damage, still in the fight. And she will... Shit.
That's embarrassing.
She attacks, she stays in, man.
Well, it's not that. I could stay in this square, but if I move at all, I trigger it again. If I move to another square that has it, I believe.
I thought it was only when you
Right.
start to turn there.
It's when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn. Okay, so she can move through it.
She
this
can move
turn.
in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so she'll move to there and attack Gamelon.
Bring it.
Come on. 16. Useless. All right, and then she'll drop back out of it.
AOO.
Yep.
Ace of smiting. Oh, missed.
12.
Oh,
It happened.
Miss. Okay. That's her turn. Tribal Renegade 11. Ugh, you're useless. Just stop here and dodge. They're all not sure what to do here. The last one is way back here. Move to here and dodge.
They didn't really think this thing through. They should have run back and get their ranged
Not-
weapons.
Actually, right there. They don't have ranged weapons. They're not hunters. All they have is just their regular weaponry. I mean, it really is most of them are bone cooking knives and tools as opposed to actual weapons. Okay, that's the end of the round. Round 5. Let's close that.
No.
Close that. Close that.
It's almost trapeze time.
What's all that hanging? Come to.
Cat on the flying trapeze.
Oh, nuts.
do a catapult.
All right, so at the start of the next round, from the doors to the north, this door and this door,
All right.
a total of 14 tribesmen come flooding out onto the balcony. They're
Cool.
all holding bows and arrows.
All right.
From the south door, as it bursts open, this gigantic, tallest one you've ever seen, tribesman you've ever seen. He's about 7 feet tall, just ripped. And you also notice that he's got the same flanges at his ears that flap out like fish fins. He has
Oh.
fins along his forearms. It looks like gills along his ribs. He's carrying a big shield that looks like a massive clamshell, like half of a clamshell, a quarter, like it's been split. He's holding that, and then in his other hand, he has this huge thing that looks like a kukri, but as you look closer, it's a giant tooth that's sharpened. And it's wrapped with like leather all the way down it, and it's wrapped around his hand so he can't drop it. Anyways, as he shoulders in the door, he's at the top of the stairs. You see 3 more young men come out behind him. They're all built. They all have the same kind of flanges and stuff. Not as pronounced, but they're starting to get like the fins. They're carrying shields and spears. And behind them is a man wearing a gigantic wooden mask that's strapped on his face and has feathers and bone tendrils sticking out of the top of it like feathers. And he's carrying a cudgel glancing down over the balcony. And they all start, and start a battle cry. And we'll stop there and pick up next week.
Finally, a good fight.
Because I accidentally added the 14 guys without renaming them. So I have to go through and remove all 14 of them manually and add them again.
Aren't the
Yes.
ones coming through this door in for a surprise?
Yeah.
I know.
You're right.
Sure.
It doesn't extend up, though. That's underneath the balcony.
Balcony. See that? You haven't gotcha.
All right. Remove that one.
Don't worry. I've still got some more of these for up there.
There's so many of these guys. So, everybody who tuned in, thanks for watching on YouTube. Next game will be next
Brought to
Monday.
you by NTPK.
We're not done. There's more to go. But we'll return to continue the adventures deep in Taboo Island on the Isle of Dread and see where this fishy business is leading. Talk to everyone later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.